One thing that's so incredible about artists is they're able to delve into these deep places and touch on topics that sometimes can't translate into words. And they're able to do that through form and color and share that personal experience with the audience. For me, that's where healing happens, to know that you're not alone. My name is Angela Two Stars. I am an enrolled member of the Sisseton Wahpeton Oyate. I am a public artist, visual artist. A lot of my work has been leaning towards this element of healing. I think it's part of my own personal journey of healing that I've been undergoing since I moved here to Minnesota. I actually grew up on a reservation in the northeast corner of South Dakota, the Lake Traverse Reservation. So when I came to Minnesota, I applied for the opportunity for that public art project at B'dai-Makaska, and it was serendipitous because the work that it was honoring was Mahpia Wichasta, which is Cloudman, and he just so happens to be my great-great-great-grandfather. Dakota people were exiled from the state of Minnesota back after the uprising of 1862, and so for me, it was kind of a coming home after over 150 years of being in exile, and there was this reconnection with the land and feeling like I belonged here. The transition stage is a temporary installation brought together by Pangeo World Theater, the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church, and also Longfellow Rising, which is a neighborhood community project that will be installed at the corner of Lake Street and Minnehaha. It's a response to what the neighborhood has gone through in the past year. Over a year ago, after the murder of George Floyd, people were taken to the streets protesting, and the 3rd Precinct was burned down. There was multiple businesses that were destroyed. I was asked to create an artwork that would show how they are in this transition state as they're about to relaunch, rebuild, heal, and to have an artwork that reflected all of that momentum that they're moving towards as a community. And it's also a work that is the community's voice. We invited, anybody that was present, that was walking by, to come and write on a strip of vinyl, sharing their hopes and reflections and laments as they heal from what they've experienced in the past year, which was very traumatic. Those hopeful writings will then be woven into a cocoon frame with a wire meshing. And so this cocoon is a vessel for the community's growth and healing and rebuilding their neighborhood. I've been on what I call a language journey. The Dakota language has gone through a decline because of impacts of colonization. It was brought to my attention in 2014 that my tribe had less than 70 fluent speakers remaining. And as an artist, I was searching for my voice at the time. And so I figured that could be the way I can help the Dakota languages through my platform as an artist. The new installation that I've created for the Walker Art Center is called Okchiapi, and it's a structural seating that is inspired by my grandfather, Orson Bernard, and his work in language revitalization. When he passed away in 2018, we didn't just lose him as a person, we also lost his language knowledge. So it was like a double blow to our family, to our tribe. I remember thinking about how one drop of water can ripple across an entire pond. One Dakota language speaker's knowledge can ripple across generations of speakers. And so that then became the visual of it's gotta look like a ripple. Learning a language is an active process. So I want people to engage and activate in my works. They can touch it, they can be in it, they can run around. There will be Dakota language phrases incorporated on enamel metal. There will also be audio from fluent Dakota speakers. The Dakota language is an oral language, and so for me it was really important that people hear it being spoken in the space. Minnesota is a Dakota word, Minnesota Makoche, and kind of reminding the audience that comes in to see it is that, we all speak a little Dakota here in Minnesota. Growing up on a reservation, I didn't have access to art institutions like the Walker. So to me, to be able to be part of that, to be the first Dakota woman to have a permanent art piece in the sculpture garden right next to the Spoon Ridge and Cherry, that's pretty incredible. I want Native people that come to this space to see themselves, to feel welcome, to see their language and their identities reflected in this space, because a lot of Native American experience is, not being seen, not being acknowledged. What gives me hope is that for my grandmother, the language was painful. And yet for me, what I'm sharing with my children is the language is joyful. Learning the language and reconnecting with my culture and sharing that with the audience is what's helping me break those chains of trauma